7:41. The weekend is just about here. Will you be heading out for a couple of swift ones this evening? Whether it's the familiarity of the local pub, good company, music, or even a bag of crisps, we all have an idea of the best conditions in which to enjoy a pint of beer. Our ideas are probably all different and wide-ranging, but is there an exact science behind the perfect pint? Our consumer reporter, Charlotte Evans, had a wonderful opportunity, and she jumped at it to go along to a new real ale bar in Cardiff to find out what drinkers look for in a good pint.
Can I have a pint of Stouffer Press, please?
My name is John Wilson. I'm the manager of the Andrew Buchan Real Ale Bar on Albany Road.
So, what makes for a good pint?
A good pint, good company, and of course proper real ale. Not the keg stuff, but a cask where you don't want it fizzy, you want natural produce, a nice little head on the top, and actually a good pint is part of good company, a conversation, a good sociable drink.
So when do people like to pop in for a drink? What about a lunchtime tipple?
It varies, and it's really quite surprising. You get people who are retired, maybe have illness. They will come in earlier in the day. They'll nurse a few pints over a few hours, sit next to the wood burner stove there, have a sociable chat, and then different times of day, the evenings, we get more of a student crowd. It's more busy, more music at that time of day.
So a pint is something to savour for a lot of people?
I think so. It's like your favourite cheese or a well-matured wine. You ask any connoisseur of an ale, they each have their unique offering.
It's funny because you always think of real ale being served in very traditional oldie-worldy pubs. We're actually standing in what used to be a video shop. It's on a high street, it's opposite a chippy, it's next to Iceland. It's not your traditional bar by any means, is it, for a very traditional drink?
That's right. So the profiles of people coming in is quite diverse. Surprisingly, a large amount of women coming in, so the gender balance is there.
I think I'm a bit unusual because I drink beer as opposed to a lot of women drink lager, they drink shorts and other things. I do appreciate a nice beer.
I see that you've got your dog with you.
Yeah.
What a cute little puppy.
He's 11 years old.
Ah, right. And what's his name?
Socks.
And does he like coming to the bar?
He likes the company, yeah.
Really? He looks very
Yeah.
relaxed. He's lying down half asleep.
And to answer your question, what makes a good pint? I think you've asked a very difficult question. I think a drinker or a person that comes in here might understand that is a good pint, but I'm not sure they could actually tell you what makes a good pint, but they would certainly know whether it is a good or a bad pint.
Is it important that you also feel at home here? There's a really relaxed vibe this evening. You go to some city centre bars and they're rammed.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with the beer, actually, because you get a different sort of person drinking real ale. I think perhaps they're more thoughtful. They don't necessarily just go out to get ratted. You know, they're actually into the drink rather than just going out to get drunk.
And it's very nice to be able to come into a local pub and be able to bring your dog in here, because I think in times gone by, many pubs would have let you bring your dog in, so it's really nice. And I actually think, you know, he enjoys it, but some of the other customers in the pub might enjoy him being in here as well. He's quite a cute-looking dog, isn't he?
You come as a couple. It's not a case of you diving off to the pub and leaving the little lady behind.
Not at all, not at all. I mean, not all married men want to, like, you know, leave their little lady at home and actually enjoy Steph being here having a beer with me. I finish work, it's what I do for an hour or two after work before I go home, and then, you know, yeah, of course I do.
Fat chance of him leaving me at home, really, because, you know, I like to drink beer as well.
Well, here's a fine-looking gentleman enjoying a pint at the bar. What makes for a good pint?
A good fresh beer. This is a good example of plenty of beers on offer along the bar. Local brew is normally a good thing. And a well-maintained tap and happy barmaid.
And you've got one of those in the pub?
We have everything in this pub, which is really quite unique around here.
What about the ambience? What about the setting for where you're having that important pint?
Atmosphere is actually quite strange, isn't it? I mean, it's unique to every pub, and I think the atmosphere is basically the people that are in a pub. Personally, I don't particularly like background music, or worse still, TV in the background. And it's quite nice to have a place that's quiet. You're sitting there with people and their eyes keep fleeking up at the screens. So it's quite nice to be in a place where the screens don't take the place over. It's just nice to be able to sit somewhere that's friendly and small, and as I say, the atmosphere is what you make of the place. It's the friends that you meet and the people that you come across in the pub that makes the place.
Charlotte Evans reporting. Drinkers at the Andrew Buchan bar, run by the Rumney Brewery in Blanavon, one of the great Welsh microbreweries. If you're wondering who Andrew Buchan was, he was a 19th century ironmaster